Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's Kevin Smith with First Team Real Estate here in Southern California. Today, I wanted to talk on a point of your property taxes. So key tips to keep in mind when being proactive with your property taxes. So let's take just a few minutes to talk a little bit about your property taxes and being proactive. Most importantly, to avoid late payments, missed payments, or surprise reassessments. Now, whether you're a new homeowner or have a home that you've owned for years, there's a couple quick checklist items that I'd like to go over to help you out here. Now, the first tip is to verify your property tax records. Now, you may have heard in some of the news that there's some fraud going on. So you want to make sure that you're staying current with your county property tax portal. There you can confirm that you truly the ownership of the information, the parcel number or the APN number, and the mailing address are all up to date and current. It sounds simple, but a lot of people overlook this. Information could be misspelled or outdated and misinterpreted. So you want to make sure that all of this information is run through the portal, and you can check with a Google search or making sure that you get the proper website when checking out your own property. Now, of course, the second is to really review and go over your bill. Now, even if you haven't received your bill in the mail yet, you can search for your property online using your address or APN number. Let's make sure that the current balance is due and that the current property taxes aren't going to be a surprise. You don't want to have any kind of delays where if there is a property tax problem, you need to obviously get a hold of the assessor and make the changes so that you're not paying the wrong payment. Now, the third is, setting a payment reminder. I know I put a lot of my appointments and a lot of my important dates right into my calendar on my phone, writing it down, of course, and then having some type of a reminder. So this is important. So the first installment is due on November 1st. And delinquent after December 10th. And then the second installment is due February 1st and then delinquent after April 10th. Making sure that you have the dates correct and getting your payment in on time. I know I just talked to a client of mine who said she sent the check in and the check hadn't cleared yet. And so now she's gonna maybe even have to cancel the check, or just what I said, just go to the portal and pay online. Sometimes they'll charge you a little bit for a credit card processing fee, but at least you'll have a balanced record of it in your statement and know that it was done correctly and on time, to avoid late payments or any complications down the road. Okay, and then one of the other tips is watching out for supplemental tax bills. This one catches a lot of homeowners off guard, especially new buyers that aren't familiar with the tax dates and the supplemental taxes in general. So after the property may have been reassessed, the county will send a supplemental tax bill that reflects the difference between the previous assessment value and your new home purchase value, or the new purchase price. This bill comes separately from your regular property tax bill and often arrives months from the purchase. So it's easy to miss. Keep an eye out on your mail and properly check the portal for any changes or updates. And then a bonus tip, just, if you have done a refinance, change your mortgage servicer, make sure that your escrow accounts are up to date. If you have a mortgage company making those payments for you, keep on top of those, because I know sometimes, even from personal experience, they don't make that payment until the actual due date. So it's not going to post and not going to show up on your statement. So make sure that your escrow accounts are kept in line, and any refinancing that you do, that you keep all the records, your files. So basically, to sum it up, just making sure that you're proactive means, verifying the records and making sure they're accurate. Review your bill online is the best place to do that. Set those reminders in your calendar or in your phone, and then keep up to date with your supplemental bills and any of escrow accounts that are going on with the property. Checking your investment properties is also very important. So the property management might send you a statement at the end of the year, but you got to make sure that your taxes are due and paid on time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me either by phone, text, or email. I look forward to speaking to you again next week. Take care, and we'll see you soon.